Hey everyone, welcome. I am so excited y'all are here. I'm so stoked for um, continuing on with this theme. We have now shifted from the root chakra up to the sacral chakra. So I want you to think just for a moment so you kind of have a general idea of where this chakra lives. Think about your belly button and then go about 3 inches below it. Okay, so obviously we get to areas of the body maybe have to deal with reproduction, our hips. We're going to focus on that a lot today. 45-minute class, so a little different than what we usually do, but it's going to be a great time. Why don't you take your time? You can go ahead and press start on your playlist. We're going to make our way on to our backs. Bend your legs long here. Let your arms maybe just rest by the sides. Start to take a few deep breaths here. Let your feet fall open. And try to take a nice, big, beautiful breath in through the nose and then send it all the way down your spine. And as it travels down the body, softening and releasing through all of those areas. Allow your cheeks here to feel or fall heavy down the face. As we take these first few moments here to just tap into the body, to focus on what our body needs today, how this class, the things that I offer to you, how you can take what you need to serve really the overall needs of your body. So I want us to take a moment here to shift into a little bit of breath work, maybe take 2 cleansing breaths. Surprising yourself with just how big you can inhale. And I'll start to describe what breath we'll dive into today. You're going to take a beautiful breath to the count of 4. Then when you get to the top, hold or retain the breath, use the back of the throat here to close. And then you're going to take a big exhale out to the count of 3. And then again, you'll rise, big inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the back of the throat, big exhale out. 1, 2, and 3. Back up you go. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. Big exhale out. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go again here, just at your own pace. So focusing here on really expanding through the chest. If you're feeling like when you hold that breath, if there's any way you can sip in a tiny bit more air, maybe doing that. Okay, let's find 2 more. Taking your time, finding that count. When you're ready, after you have finished that second beautiful exhale here, before you move, I want you to take the hands here, take the palms to your hips. They face down, holding the body here. So this area right here at the hips where your palms are lying, we'll focus so much on today. So energetically imprinting this, just using the hands. Take a big breath in. Let the lips part here. Exhale it out. Good. Let's start here to wiggle the toes, and then you'll slowly begin to drag those feet up until the soles connect and your knees go wide. So think of this as a reclined butterfly. Hands can stay here at the hips. You might opt to let them drift down by the sides, palms facing up. Enjoying a little bit of opening here. When you're ready, slowly let those knees come back together. Your feet will plant and we'll start to hug the knees into our chest here, giving them a nice big hug, maybe circling out, noticing how our low back's doing today. Maybe creating a little bit of space at the ankles, rolling out through them. Planting the feet when you're ready. Take a nice big inhale, sweep the arms overhead, nice full body stretch here. Fingers are going to point. And then when you're ready, slowly walk those feet long. Take another inhale, bigger reach here. On your exhale, start to walk the heels towards the bottom left corner of your mat and then reach and extend those arms towards the top left corner. Kind of creating a crescent moon shape here. One big inhale. Keep gluing those hips down. Exhale it out. Slowly making your way to the opposite side. Glutes and hips, again, are staying where they're at. Just healing out towards that bottom corner, reaching the arms, big inhale. And then exhaling, coming through center here. Palms will come down by the sides. Walk those feet back in. When you're ready, right knee is going to hug in towards the chest. Option here to send that left leg long, fully extending and pressing through the left heel. And let's gently take this right knee out towards the right rib cage. So letting it fall open. Left hand comes to left hip here. Thinking of growing tall here. Imagine, even though we're lying, that we were standing and we were having to balance and really be engaged through the legs. Have that kind of mindset here. Take one more big inhale. Big exhale out. When you're ready, strong inhale, come back through center. Left hand will grab a hold. Right arm's going to go long. Take a beautiful twist. We're only going as far as that right shoulder is going to allow us. From here, gaze will turn right. Soften through the shoulders. Good. Take a big inhale through the nose. Just warming up our spine, exhaling it out. Let's hug this right knee back into our chest and then drag your left foot up to plant. Send your right leg high. Using the arms here, wrap around the calf, maybe up at the thigh. And we'll press that heel towards the sky here. Seeing if we can pull the shoulders away from the ears. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Start to bend that right knee, hug it into the chest, and we'll switch up our feet here. When you're ready, right foot will plant, hug that left knee into the chest. If it's feeling okay, maybe sending that right leg all the way long. From here, we'll take a big inhale, let that left knee fall open, right hand to right hip. And just as we said on the other side, can we engage through both heels here and pretending as if we were balancing on this right foot? One more big inhale through the nose. Exhaling it out. Let's inhale, hug that knee back through center. Right hand's going to grab a hold of it. Send that left arm long, palm faces down. Nice twist here. Noticing how your glutes are too. And then really surrendering here through the jaw, through the neck, soften through the face and wiggle those left fingers. Give them a little rest down. You've got one more big inhale. Keep grounding through the left shoulder. Full exhale out. Good. Let's start to hug that knee back into our chest here. And then we'll drop the right knee to hug as well. And then from here, big, big inhale through the nose. Exhale, let's plant both feet. Ground into those big toes. Palms placed down beside you. Press into them. Send your hips high. Big breath in. On your exhale, lower the hips down. 2 more times. Just let the hips connect. Then big inhale. Big toes are glued down. And then exhale, lowering down. You've got just one more time here. Big inhale, lift high. Pause up at the top. Energetically draw the knees together. Can we lift up the back of our head, retuck the chin? One more inhale. Exhale, lowering down here. Good. Beautiful. Hug the knees into your chest. Let that sacrum fully connect. Start to find some momentum here into your boat pose. When you're ready, Navasana, we go. Feet can hover. Maybe the feet want to plant. Find length here through the spine. Pull the shoulders away. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. You've got 2 more just like that. Inhale. Big exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, let the soles of the feet come together. Think butterfly pose. Maybe holding on to the toes here, you can gently let your elbows press into those knees and start to tuck the chin here, rounding just a little bit through the spine. You'll take one more breath here, big inhale. Exhaling it out, maybe going a little deeper. Inhale, start to lift that chest. Good, you all lengthen the spine. Right leg's gonna get sent out in front of you. Let's start to hug and cross this left foot over. Lengthen here through the spine. Keep holding on with that right hand. Inhale, left arm comes high. Exhale, let it come behind you. Maybe wrapping here that right elbow. Gaze goes behind you. Take a big breath. Exhale it out, go deeper. Good. Inhale, start to make your way to the opposite side. Hands here are going to go right and just take a little baby bow. Just kind of dipping the heart here. And I'll show you straight ahead what that kind of looks like. Just dipping the heart, little counter stretch. Inhale, start to come back up. You're going to uncross this left foot, draw it to the inside. Reconnect here with your sit bones. So pulling the tissue away from them. Press through your heels. Inhale, arms lift, pulling them as far and as close to your biceps to ears as you can. One more big inhale. On your exhale, start to reach and extend over that right leg. Ah, one more big inhale. Big exhale. Keep softening and surrender through that left knee. Inhale, walk those hands up. Good. When you're ready from here, you're slowly going to take that left hand, place it behind you. Right arm's going to come up nice and high. Send the weight into that left hand. Lift the hips, point the right toes, maybe extending that arm behind you. One more big breath. On your exhale, lower the hips. Carry that right arm towards the right leg. Left follows. One big inhale here, slowly starting to build a little bit of heat. Exhaling it out. Inhale, take your time, start to walk those hands up. Let's switch up our legs here. Left leg gets sent out in front. We'll cross that right foot over. Nice big hug into the chest. Good. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Let's start to lift the right hand high. Lengthen through the spine. Pull that arm up nice and tall. And then we'll place it behind us, maybe on the fingertips. Option to wrap the elbow, take a twist. Right at our torso. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, go a little deeper. Inhale to unwind all the way. Hands come left. Take that little counter stretch. Dip the heart. Let your right knee fall open. Press into the earth. Big inhale, come back up. Good. We'll start to uncross that right foot. Draw it to the inside. Peel that tissue around your sit bones. Pull it away. Fully connect here. That right knee is going to fall open. Inhale, arms left. On your exhale, start to fold. Just a big breath here. Exhaling it out. Inhale, start to walk those hands up. When you're ready from here, right hand's going to place behind you. Let that palm fully connect. Inhale, left arm drawers up. You start to really press through that right hand. Right shin, left heel, ground, point the left toes. Big inhale, full extension. On the exhale, lower the hips. Carry that left arm over, followed by the right. Nice little fold here. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Inhale, start to lift the chest. Let's find our Navasana once more. When you're ready, boat pose. Maybe letting those feet connect here. And if we'd like, we can float the feet here. Lengthen through the spine. Thighs are working here. Pretending we have a string right at our heart center, lifting us higher. Big inhale through our nose. Exhale it out slowly. You just have one more like that. Big inhale. Good. Exhale it out. Let your feet connect. Hug over them, opening up the space at your upper back, tucking the chin. A moment of rest here. And then when you're ready, let's open up that heart. We'll swing these legs back behind us. We'll start to make our way into a tabletop position here. Yeah. When you're ready from here, let's take the knees a little bit wider. Big toes might touch. Send the hips back. Here's our child's pose. Wide knee variation. Arms extend. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to take your hands and actually press into them to send your hips a little bit further back. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. And then allow those arms to rest here. Gravity just doing its thing with those hips. Slowly start to find a little sway side to side through the hips. Sending the weight into the left leg and to the right, letting the head and neck, the side bodies soften just a little bit. One more inhale through the nose, and then rest completely in that stillness. Next inhale, start to shift the weight into the hands, pull those knees back into alignment. We find our strong tabletop. Here we go, right leg gets sent behind us. And then from here, left arm extends, we come into our bird dog. Left toes can certainly tuck here, nice stretch through the feet. Lengthen through the spine, gaze stays down. Take one more big inhale. On your exhale, right knee, left hand come down. Opposite side, inhale, left leg extends back, dropping that left hip, and then reaching that right arm in front of you. Strong through the low belly, big breath in. Exhale, come on down. Let's go other side. Inhale, right leg lifts, left arm optional to swim in front of you. Pull the bicep to your ear, drop that right hip. One more big inhale. When you're ready, maybe that left hand starts to swim back, right knee is going to bend. Maybe we locate the foot here. Pressing the foot into the hand, beginning to open up that hip. Beautiful quad stretch here. One more inhale. Remember here to gently release the foot, not just flinging it away. Send that left arm long, and then that right leg will come down to the earth here. Left leg, inhaling, sending it behind you, right arm sweeps forward. Take a big breath in through the nose. Let's bend that left knee, maybe sweep that right hand back. Remember, if we're feeling like we can't quite touch, that's okay. We can always use a strap, long sleeve shirt, whatever works here. But maybe finding that hold, pressing the foot into the hand, open up the hip. Big inhale. On your exhale, gently release, avoiding that fling, sweep everything long, and then down to the mat. We'll send the hips back, take your child's pose. Inhale through the nose, just one cleansing breath here. Big exhale, rest a little bit heavier. Good, you all. Let's start to make our way to our first downward facing dog. When you're ready, send the weight to the hands, tuck the toes, hips go high, pedaling them out. Good. One more inhale. Big exhale out. Let's take our time. Walk those feet towards your hands here. Top of your mat we go. Inhale, find your half lift. Exhale all the way down. Good. Soften through the knees. We come to standing. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And then let them shift down by your sides. Pull those shoulders back. So we arrive here at standing. Now, when you're ready, take the feet just a tiny bit wider. Let them fully embrace being underneath your hips. Take the hands by the sides, palms face out. Inhale, draw the hands up high. On your exhale, let those thumbs cradle the back of your neck here, really opening up. Now, check in with your alignment. Can we tuck that low back or the pelvis a little bit more? Inhale through the nose. On your exhale, left elbow is going to drop down. Inhale to come back up tall. Exhale, let the right elbow come down. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, drop left elbow. Now this time, start to kind of dip the chest and think about creating some circles here. Inhaling on your way up. Exhaling as you start to circle down. Going at your own pace here. Whenever you get to the top, let's go other direction. Taking that big inhale to start. Exhaling, dropping right shoulder and right elbow, and then starting to circle and dip the heart. Thinking of this as such a beautiful way to warm up your digestive tract, to get things flowing, great for lower back support. Taking your time though, one more big inhale. And then let's slowly start to make our way up here. You can release the neck, draw those hands down, soften through the knees. We'll sweep the arms up high. Exhale, dive it down, take a fold. Inhale to half lift. And then exhale all the way down. When you're ready, come back to standing. Inhale, arms go high. Exhale, hands to heart center here. Good. Take the arms down by the sides. When you're ready, shift the weight into that left foot. Peel up the right heel. When you're ready, opposite side. Right foot grounds, left heel comes up. And then just kind of find the strong sway side to side. When you're ready here, ground the feet. And then just take it into a couple little circles here. So now thinking about when we sway, not letting the heels peel up. Let's go other direction when you're ready. Taking just a couple little circles here. Feeling your kneecaps pull up on that way back to help keep you balanced. And then eventually coming into stillness, regrounding those feet. Inhale, arms go high. Let's dive it down. Exhale, take that fold. Inhale to half lift. And then exhale all the way down. When you're ready, Utkatasana chair pose. Hands sweep high. Send those hips low. Fingertips reach towards one another. Embrace this. Okay, we're going to have some fun here. When you're ready, shift the weight into the toes, tippy toes on our chair pose. Really ground the balls of your feet. Take one more inhale. Now just sink your heels down. Still keep the chair pose, but take a little sway side to side. Shaking out through the hips just a little bit. One more big inhale. Find that stillness. Straighten the legs. Dive it down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale all the way down. Ground the hands. Step one foot back, followed by the next. Just pause a moment. Drop the heels right. Right hand plants. Left hand goes high. Your left foot here is going to take a step up here into this kickstand. Left arm keeps sending high. We're on the pinky edge of that right foot. Take a big inhale. Now on your exhale, start to lower down that right hip. Extend that left hand towards the right leg. Inhale, come back up. Take an exhale, lower. One more time. Big inhale. When you're ready, exhale, Skandasana. Now drop that right hip entirely. Pivot, and we come back into that hug here of the left knee into our chest. Pull the shoulders back. Big inhale. Good. Exhale it out. Good. When you're ready from here, uncross that left foot, drag up your right, take bear pose here. So your feet ground, hands come in between. We hold on to the ankles. Draw that chest through. One more big breath here. Big exhale out. Good. Let those knees come back together when you're ready. Feet are going to close. And then we'll slowly start to rotate back through center here. Knees are going to connect. Tuck the toes here. Send the hips high. Downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels a little bit. And then when you're ready, slowly walk the feet towards the hands. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale to half lift. Lengthen the spine. And then exhale, refold. Ground through those feet. Think chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands go high. Hips go low. Pull the shoulders back. And again, we rise to the tippy toes. Big inhale. Ground the toes, press the balls of the feet into the mat. Take another big breath. When you're ready, ground the heels, straighten the legs. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, refold. Hands plant here. Step the feet back, pause. Press the earth away. So opposite side we go. I'm just going to turn around on my mat here. So from here, when you're ready, shift the weight into the left hand, heels go left, right hand goes high. Step that right foot up into that little kickstand. Take a big inhale, press into that left hand. Exhale, left hip lowers, right hand reaches towards long leg. Inhale back up. On your exhale, lowering down. Inhale, final time. Big reach. Exhale, Skandasana. Dropping that left hip entirely, rotating back forward, and we'll just come to hug that right knee into the chest here. Keep gluing down through that right hip, press through the left heel. One more big inhale. Pull, exhale out, come back into that bear pose when you're ready. Uncrossing the right foot, drag up the left here, and take the feet nice and wide, mats width apart. Hands come to the ankles, pull the heart through, big inhale. Exhale it out. When you're ready here, start to release the grip on the ankles, and you'll let the knees drop left, and then slowly come back through center, letting those knees drop right. So kind of windshield wipering them side to side. We'll go back and forth just a few times, remembering here that the hands are optional, so you can certainly use them to assist you, but you don't have to. Let's take one more on each side. Going slow, letting those hips soften up. And then when you're ready here, we'll meet back in our bear pose, knees face towards the sky. Ground those feet, hold on to the ankles, pull the heart through. Think about grounding here. Big inhale. Good, exhaling it out. When you're ready, release those ankles. Let your knees come back together here. We're going to slowly transition back to face forward, coming into our tabletop position. When you're ready, and then we'll tuck our toes here and come into our downward facing dog. Sending those hips high, lengthening your spine here. Remembering you can always pedal out the heels a little bit if you need to, or just resting in that stillness. Good. You've got 2 more breaths here. One more just like that. Continuing to draw the heels towards the mat. When you're ready, right leg is going to go high here. It doesn't have to be super high, but send the weight into that left grounded heel. And then from here, nice big step to meet in between the hands, dropping your back left knee here. Both hands come to the inside. Heel toe that right foot out a little bit wider. We come into this wide, low lunge. And then maybe you even take those right toes, turning them out slightly. From here, left hand starts to make its way more into the center of your mat, nice big palm. Right hand starts to go high. Take one more big inhale. On your exhale, let it find your right knee here just for a low support. We'll start to roll onto that pinky side, noticing every bit of this. One more big inhale. Good, exhaling it out. Let's start to replant that right foot. We'll heel toe it in until we can frame it. Tuck your back left toes, lift that knee. Send the left leg high, standing splits here. Left leg goes as high as you'd like for it to, dropping the head and neck. Maybe that nose dives towards your knee. And then from here, we open the hips, think balancing half moon. So your left hand might start to come towards your left hip. Right hand maybe starts to float away from the mat, but we get more of a hip opening posture here. You've got one more big inhale. Exhale it out. Good. When you're ready from here, slowly start to rotate that left hip back down, and then we'll place that left foot to meet the right. Just engage in a nice fold here. Straight legs as best you can, head and neck surrender. One more big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Let's find a half lift when you're ready. Inhale, lengthen the spine, draw those shoulders away from the ears. Big exhale, rehinge, hands plant, step back through that plank, just pause, press the earth away here. Re-engage through the arms by turning so that the pointer finger and your middle fingers are going straight out in front of you. Shift that weight forward just slightly. Big inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg here will lift. Inhale, send it high, reroot through that right heel, nice big step to meet in between the hands. Drop the back left knee, just pause. Create some space, maybe come high on the fingertips. Both hands then come to the inside, heel toe that foot out just a little bit. Toes might turn out. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale it out. Right hand's gonna fully plant. Inhale, start to peel that left hand high. Once you've created the space, then that hand can start to plant on the knee. Maybe that foot starts to fall open onto the pinky side. Take a big breath. Big exhale out. Good, let's float that hand down, reconnect and plant the left foot. We'll heel toe it in. When you're ready, tuck the back right toes, float that knee, strong step into that left foot. Standing splits, right leg goes high. Big inhale. Keep strengthening that left hip here. When you're ready, think balancing half moon. Right hand might come to right hip. Turn open that right foot. And maybe here begin to draw that left hand away from the mat. Opening the heart, right hand can always go high. Lean into those wobbles. Take a big breath in. Last little bit here. When you're ready, close that right hip down, plant that foot, take a nice even fold here. And in fact, let's even go a little bit wider here. Heel toe those feet out, and we'll turn the toes out as well. Finding a little sway, big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Heel toe those feet back into alignment with your hips. Find a half lift when you're ready. And then exhale all the way down. Hands plant again, step back through that plank. We'll drop the knees here, hug the elbows in, lower all the way down so the chest comes down. Elbows draw in front of you and making sure they're nice and elbow width apart here. Ground into the forearms, lift open the heart here, Sphinx pose. Maybe closing the eyes, press the tops of your feet into the mat and keep drawing the hip bones towards the earth. Big inhale. Create more space. Exhale it out. When you're ready, tuck the toes. Start by just drawing the knees a little bit closer towards the elbows. You'll then come onto the knees. Keep the elbows grounded here. Press into them. Think dolphin pose. Walk the feet a little bit closer. Head and neck pressed in between the arms. Big inhale. Exhale it out. Strong press here into those palms. Downward facing dog. Right leg goes high. Stack and open those hips. Bending that knee. Rerouting through the right shoulder. One more big inhale. When you're ready, go ahead and find three-legged dog again. Nice big step to meet in between the hands. Stay high on that back left knee if you can. Windmill, open those arms. Warrior two. Left hand leads you. So grounding here through that right big toe. Draw your right knee open. Arms extend long. Good. We're making it to standing. Taking our time. Big breath in. Full exhale out. When you're ready, right hand, right forearm is going to start to come down. Think about sending the hips lower. Left arm comes up. Maybe it wants to go over the head. I'll even offer a half bind here where that left hand could come around to the low back, maybe searching for the right hip. Start to take the gaze down towards the right foot here. Big breath in through the nose. Option here to even take the bind through the hands. Good. Exhaling it out. Beautiful. You have one last breath. Good. When you're ready from here, slowly come back to your warrior two. Left hand's going to come to meet the right pivot here. Think left knee to the chest. Strong press coming to the top of your mat. Left knee lifts high. Press through the left heel. Yes. Good. When you're ready from here, both hands come to hold underneath the left foot. Create some space here. When you're ready, send that left leg out in front of you as straight as you can get it. Right big toe is super glued to your mat. Take a big breath in. When you're ready, two fingers come to the big toe. Start to send that leg out to the side. Right hand goes high. Maybe even out to the side, gaze follows. Yeah. Big toe hold. One more inhale. When you're ready, exhale, send that leg out in front of you. Hold it, hold it, hold it as high as you can. Arms go high. Big breath in. Let that left foot connect. Take a fold down. Oh. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, refold, just pause. Okay, so just check in with yourself here. You all are doing great. Slow down that heart rate just a little bit. If you need to incorporate a little sway side to side here, you can. Good. Maybe sending the weight into the heels, into the toes. We've got the other side to do. Let's take our time here, making sure your feet are back in alignment with your hips. Find that half lift. Big inhale. Exhale, come on down. Let those hands plant. Stepping one foot back, followed by the next. Find your high plank. Just pause. Strengthening the core here. Puff up the space in between the shoulders. Big inhale. Downward facing dog. We go. Exhale. Inhale, left leg rises. You can do this. Stack and open those hips. Drawing that left heel in towards the glute. Opening that up. Next inhale, straighten that leg up. Nice strong step to meet in between the hands. Stay high on that back right knee. Create space. Right hand will lead you, opening up warrior two. And I'm just switching here so I can stay facing you all. Making sure that left knee pulls open. Grounding down through the knife edge, that pinky edge of your foot. Big breath in. Full exhale out. You've got one more just like that. Focusing here on connecting through the hips. Last breath. When you're ready, let that left forearm, maybe the left hand start to come down towards the left thigh. Keep that right arm up. So many different options, maybe taking it overhead, maybe finding that half or even full bind here. But can we focus on sending the energy down? Keep pressing into that left foot. One last big inhale. Maybe sending that gaze down to the left foot. Strong core. Start to come back up through warrior two. Right hand comes to meet the left. Pivot on that back right foot. Strong step. Right knee to your chest. Ground through that right heel. Open up the heart. One more big inhale. Okay, this is where the balancing portion begins. You kind of know where we're going from here. Both hands come to wrap underneath that right foot. And if this is where we stay today, that's okay. Then we might send that right leg out in front of us, nice and long. Think lifting up and out of your left hip. 2 fingers come to hold the right big toe. Nice big inhale, open that leg as far out to the side as you can. Left hand could go high, maybe out to the side, gaze might follow. Almost there, one more big inhale. Remember, we're floating this right leg. Start to release it, send it out in front of you. Hover the heel, arms lift. One more big inhale. Plant that right foot, dive it down. Hold the fold. This pause. Maybe grabbing hold of those elbows again. Oh, good. Switching up how we're holding those elbows. So which forearms on top. Now we'll slowly let those hands release from the elbows. We're going to work here with 3 parts in this fold. Take an inhale and then exhale, lower a little more. Hold what you've got. Inhale. Exhale, fold a little bit more. Hold what you've got. Inhale, last time. Exhale, fold a little bit more. Hold what you've got. Just embrace it. Beautiful. Slowly find that half lift just to kind of re-energize the spine. Exhale, refold. Soften through the knees. We'll come to standing, arms sweep high, press through those feet. And then eventually taking the hands to heart center here. Let them shift by your sides. Standing just in your Tadasana. Standing strong here. All 4 corners of each feet pressing. Beautiful. Let's start to reach those hands up nice and high. On your exhale, take a fold. Inhale to half lift. And then exhale all the way down. Let's step 1 foot back, followed by the next. Find your plank. And then from your plank, strong press, downward facing dog we go. Right leg here will lift. Lift it high, stack and open those hips. Maybe if it's in your practice today, we peek behind that left shoulder, carry your right foot down towards the earth. Maybe extending through the hips, send that right arm high. See if the hips can lift a little higher. One more inhale. Good, let's start to make our exit. Lower the hips down just to stay safe, bending the knees, rolling back over, right leg goes high, and then strong step to knee in between the hands, coming up strong, warrior 2, pivoting open. Good. From here, when you're ready, flip those right toes so that we're taking up the whole length of our mat here. Arms go really long, big breath in. Take a fold here, exhale, hands come down to the center of your mat. Give the head and neck a little shake. Let's ground that right hand to the center. Nice big palm. Remember, blocks here are great too. Inhale, sweep that left arm high, and then maybe it comes to wrap around the low back, finding maybe that right hip crease. One last breath. Exhale, start to float that left hand down. It comes to the center. Sweep that right arm up. Big breath in. Maybe extending that right hand to wrap around your low back. Keep shifting the weight into the toes. Last inhale, extending that arm high, and then exhale, floating it down, engaging in that fold. Good, you all. We're going to take our time here, walking towards our left foot, but then bending that left knee generously, feeling up onto the left, and then your left ball of your foot, and then that right heel. Option here to balance, hands can always stay down. Draw those shoulders away and just engage in that really nice inner thigh stretch here in that right leg. One more big breath. Okay, fun little transition here. And this is the last little bit we're going to do here. Start to walk the hands over, dip that left knee down, and then start to come down onto that right leg. Be really gentle here. So you're kind of coming into this modified hamstring stretch here. You can have the option here to tuck your back left toes or to stay on the big toe edge. That's up to you, whatever feels better on your knee joint. Trying your best here to root through your left glute. Arms sweep high, big inhale. Folding over that right leg gently. Hands might come out a little wider. Focus on the chest dipping. Inhale through the nose. Exhale to lower. Start to press that chest up to the sky here. Good. Shift that weight onto that right side so you can gently send that left leg out in front of you. Peel the tissue away from the sit bones. Arms go high, big inhale. Exhale, take a fold. Inhale. Big exhale, we're almost there. Just the other side to do. Take your time here, starting to walk those hands up. You'll bend the knees, swing them around behind you, and then slowly come into your downward facing dog. Opposite side we go, friends. Left leg reaches to the sky here. Stack and open those hips. If and only if it feels okay to peek behind that right armpit, find your left heel, and then carry it down to the earth. Flip those right toes to point and send that left arm overhead. Bend the hips high. One more inhale. Big exhale. Start to bend through the knees, lower the hips, rolling back over. Left leg goes high, and then send that left foot out to meet in front of the hands. Opening up here, warrior two. This time that right arm will lead you. Beautiful. Big inhale through the nose. Good, exhaling it out. Let's flip those left toes now so that we're taking up long ways on our mat, facing the opposite direction. And then slowly hinging, hands come down. Ah, beautiful. This time, just walking the hands towards that left ankle, one or both can hold on, and diving your nose towards that left knee. One big inhale. Exhale it out. Release that ankle, walk low through center. Right side we go. One or both hands coming to wrap around that ankle. Nose towards your right knee. Feel the toes grip. One last breath. Exhale it out. So let's stay here on this side. Just release that ankle. Start to bend that right knee generously. Come onto the ball of it and then onto your left heel. Option here to let those hands float up. And we can always keep the hands down. Press that left heel away. You're almost there. One more big inhale. Here's that fun, kind of funky transition. When you're ready, walk those hands a little bit towards that left leg. You're going to dip that right knee down. Lower yourself down all the way onto that left hip, and you can let that right foot come out. So the challenge here is rerouting through this right thigh, okay? So again, you can always tuck your toes, but it's not to send all of your weight onto that left side. It's to really keep rooting through your right hip. Draw everything up nice and tall. Big inhale, sweep the arms up high. On your exhale, starting to fold. One last breath. Exhaling it out. Let's walk those hands up very, very slowly. So this is where you can use your hands to assist and maybe send that right leg out long to meet the left. Peel the tissue away from the sit bones. We'll take one final fold here. Inhale, arms go high. Lift up and out of the hips. And then exhale, take that fold. We're going to pause. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Take your time walking those hands up. A nice inhale as you rise. Hands will place behind you. You'll start to scooch those hips forward so those knees bend, and then we'll roll onto our backs, hugging the knees into our chest here. We've seen this before, making a nice full circle. From here, though, when you're ready, let your hands come to face down beside you, legs go up to the sky. You can soften a bit here through the knees or legs up the wall. Can we shimmy the shoulders away from the ears a bit more? Once you have found your stability, take the arms out a little wider, palms will face up. So a little bit more of an opening gesture here. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale it out. Slowly begin to bend the knees here. Let them come nice and wide. So walking them about mat's width apart and then dropping them left and then right, windshield wipering them side to side. Your back here really starting to connect to the mat. And the next time when you're ready, those knees drop left, just pause. Gaze can go right. Remember, if this is a little intense, you can walk those heels closer together. We'll take a big inhale through our nose. Exhale it out. Take your time, strong core and knees come through center and they drift over to the other side. Now is a great time if your eyes are not closed to go ahead and start to close them, continuing to lower the heart rate. Gaze here, maybe extending left. Big breath in through the nose. Feel the chest rise. And then exhale, reground. Very slowly draw those knees through center. We'll hug them into our chest one last time. Option to come into our beloved happy baby, that beautiful hip opening posture, rerouting through our sacrum though. We'll take a last big inhale through our nose. Full exhale out. Let's release the knees, plant the feet, but then slide them long. We come into our final resting Shavasana pose. Feet will go long and they'll turn out here. Any kind of props that can make this more comfortable, you can go ahead and sink into. So I'm going to give you all plenty of time here to rest, to think about softening the body. Every exhale you take, really sending it down the body and rerouting you all the way to your mat. But eventually coming to the place where we start to lose the sense of our physical body, we start to become and feel a little bit more weightless on our mat. Use your breath to help get you there. As we consider this sacral chakra, it takes on the element of water, right, which is fluid and free. It expresses itself in so many different ways and kind of molds to different environments, but it's very, very expressive. Imagining here that this mat that you're on has started to drift out into water and we're starting to kind of float on the water, embodying and envisioning it so much that we can just kind of feel the sway happening in our bodies. Keep focusing on the breath. And continue to allow the body to soften. This sacral chakra gives off the affirmation, I feel, compared to the root, which had so much to do with our survival and these kind of base instincts. The I am, just the essence of who we are, our foundation. This sacral energetic system is I feel. It's so much to do with our sensuality, our ability to embrace the world around us through our senses. Things that you can hear, smell, feel, all of those things. Taking one more big inhale through our nose. Nice big full exhale out. Just as we started this class, we'll take the hands just to rest at our hips, palms facing down. I'll give you the option here to start to draw the soles of your feet together into that reclined butterfly position. And you'll take one final inhale, drawing it all the way up the spine. And then a nice big exhale presses it down the spine, past the tailbone, all the way to the feet. Take your time here. Any adjustments you need to make as you start to slowly transition to your favorite side. You can hug the knees into towards your chest, maybe taking just a breath there, but eventually pressing yourself up. And we'll come to a seated posture. Whatever is comfortable for you. Remember, you can always use props to make it a little bit more accessible. Hands here might want to rest in the lap, or I'll even offer the mudra, or really the hand gesture for this particular chakra. You'll take your left hand and kind of place it about the 3 inches I was telling you below your belly button. Your right hand's going to come to place on top, and then you create a circle here with the thumbs so they press into one another. Draw the shoulders back. We'll take a big inhale through the nose. Nice clear exhale out. And we'll conclude this lovely, lovely class with the sound of the sacral chakra, which is a V-A-M sound. It's that long A sound. When you're ready, big inhale to prepare. Va. Nice big cleansing breath. Exhaling it out slowly. Keep softening through the hips. Hands will come to place at heart center where the palms meet. Slowly start to draw those hands towards the forehead to honor your thoughts. They then come to the lips as a way to honor the words that you speak. And finally, they rest at heart center to honor all of these things. May they come from a place of good intention. The light in me honors the light within each of you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.